Good evening, everybody. My name is Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. Today is Friday, April the 12th, 2024. There's Gracie right there. Hey, Gracie. Hi, Gracie. This is Flosstube 69, I think. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. This is a channel where I talk about my cross stitch. And if you're returning to my channel, I'd like to welcome you back. Thank you so much for watching and commenting and following along and all the things. All right, Gracie, get down. Ow, her claws, I swear. I got a new shirt. Wait, hold up. Isn't that awesome? Oh man, I got it on Amazon. Okay, anyway, so if you haven't been sticking around for my kind of like life, loose quote, updates at the end of the videos over the past few weeks, I have to kind of say something now about it. So I've been looking for a new place to live. I'm currently in an apartment. My lease is coming up next month to renew, but I want to get a bigger place. I've got me and my two boys here, and we're in a 2-bedroom apartment. We've been here for like 6 years, and it's just getting too small for us. They need their own space. So I've been looking at I think I've probably looked at like 50 houses over the past like 3 or 4 weeks. If you have been watching my updates about that, no, I did not get the house that I wanted. It's been kind of like I had like this list of houses that I wanted, that I was like, all right, because I have to wait until a certain time frame to apply, because around here houses go very quickly, as I was learning. And so they want like anywhere between 7 and 14 day move-in date, depending on who's renting the house out. And after you get approved, they're like, oh, you have to move in within 7 to 14 days, depending on what company it is. And I couldn't do that yet, because I would have been paying rent here and there for too long. And I was like, I'm not rich. I can't afford to pay for 2 places at once. So I've been watching my list of houses just slowly dwindle down. We went, I had my kids last night, and we went and looked at more houses. And I found one that, the first one that we looked at, we all 3 of us really liked it. And it was in a good neighborhood, and it's not too far from their school. So I was like, all right, well, if we don't have, because now it's at the point where even if it was like a 7-day move-in date, it's close enough to my original desired move-in date of May the 1st that I was like, I don't even care anymore. If we like it, I'm going to try to fill out an application before we lose it. And we looked at 5 houses. That first one we really liked, so I filled out the application for it. And so they said it was going to be like a 1 to 3 business day process for them to do the application, like work on the application, make sure that I made enough money to live there, and that I, do a background check on me and all that stuff. So I was like, all right. I kept checking today, just in case, but I really wasn't expecting an answer until like Tuesday. Because, Friday, Monday, Tuesday for 3 business days. And I heard back from them this afternoon, and I got it. I'm so excited. I was like, it was like 5 o'clock when I found out. And like, it was just like me and one of the other nurses left in the clinic. We were like trying to finish up our charting. I like grabbed him. I practically pulled him because he was sitting right behind me. I was like, oh my God, Jojo. And I like grabbed his arm. I was like pulling him out of the chair. Look. I was so excited. Oh, it's such a relief. It's like this huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. I was really like, I was fine in the beginning, because I was like, no, I'll find a place. And then as time was going on, and I was watching my favorite houses slowly, rapidly going off the market, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to find a place that I like. I'm going to have to settle for like a small little rinky-dink house. But I'm still kind of coming down off of it because I literally just found out like maybe 2.5 hours ago that I got the house. So I'm still kind of like calming down from it. But now I have to kick it into gear, get my crap packed. Got to go through my stuff, get rid of things, pack stuff up. Yeah. So, and I have to double check. I have to get movers, and I'm going to double check. I wanted to move during the week because I was thinking that it would be cheaper, like a lower rate if you moved during the week as opposed to a weekend, because that's when everybody wants to move, is the weekend. So I got to double check because I took like a week and a half off of work so I could get settled into the new place. But my move-in date will be like a week before that. And if it's going to be the same price, I'm going to have him move me in the last weekend of April as opposed to May 1st. We'll have to see. But now I have to get all my stuff packed. So I'm telling you all this now in the beginning. So if you don't care about this stuff, sorry, not sorry. But I'm telling you this now because I have to kind of explain what happened with my stitching this past week and what's going to be coming up in the future. So I decided last video that I was going to just do a straight 500 on everything. And between trying to find a place to live, taking care of the kids, you know, trying to start packing, I haven't had as much time to stitch, and I'm not going to have as much time to stitch over the next couple weeks until I get settled. And I was starting to stress out again. So first I was like, well, let me just cut everything down to 500 stitches each, no matter what, right? Because I was like, that'll be a lot less stress for me. I don't have to worry about trying to, you know, get frustrated trying to do like, you know, 3,000 stitches on something before, you know, a milestone or a goal, whatever, is done. So I was like, let me drop it down to 500. And then this past week I was struggling to get the 500 on some of this stuff. Like it was taking me a couple days. That's what I was getting at. Most of the stuff I got 500. Sorry, I keep burping. I had a Diet Coke at dinner. Most of the stuff I got 500 stitches on, but it was like taking me 2 days to do everything. And I was like, this is getting ridiculous. So I was chatting with Alara and I said, you know, I'm thinking at least for right now, until I get settled and things go back to normal, if I just put stitches in on it, I'm going to count it as a milestone done. Because my milestones are already jacked up from the beginning of the year. Like I've already changed it up. So I'm going to count it as a milestone done if I do stitches on it. We'll just call it that. So here's my board. Light reflecting. There we go. Here's my board. I didn't get to work on everything, but of course, you know, we had that super, oh, I wish I could remember who said this. The super secret epilogue club where I pulled 5 more projects after I did my life update. So there's a lot more. If you stopped after I said, okay, talk to you later, and then kept talking, yeah, you missed me pulling like 5 more projects just because I wanted to. And I decided to put my milestones down here at the bottom instead of having that other board for it, because that's all I'm really counting right now. But so as you can see, most of the stuff I did 500. I have not completed the only stuff I'm going to try to actually stay on top of is my challenge with Alara and the Heaven and North South, because I do want to get those actually done. Other than that, the stuff I worked on, I actually I did the 500s, except for Hive Rules. I only did 141 stitches, but I'm counting it as a milestone complete. So let's update this milestones down here real quick before I show you. Well, no, I'll just do it after. Never mind. Okay, let's get started. Let me show you what I did do. So first thing I'm going to show you is a new start. This is from Sew to Stitch, and it's called Cookie Time. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. Isn't that cute? I'm doing this on a 28 count white even weave over 2. And I did get 500 stitches on this. I'm doing the back stitch as I go on these things. That is where I got to. So I completed the heart-shaped cookie cutter, And the whisk is all done. And then I started on the cookie cutter that was below it. That's in the shape of a flower. Did a center start. So that, and then started on this. Isn't that cute? I love it. And if you've never done a soda stitch pattern, this is my first one, but I've seen plenty of them stitched. They don't completely backstitch their stuff, as you can see. The backstitching is done on that cookie cutter for how they charted it. I didn't miss anything. So that's really cute, and I quite enjoyed it a lot. I'll be excited to pull that one out again. Okay. Next up is the one that I did not quite get 500, well, not even close to getting 500 stitches done. This is from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and this is Hive Rules. It says, be sweet, Hive Rules at the top, and it says, be sweet like honey, mind your own beeswax, always be humble and kind, believe in yourself and others, and be loved. Designed by Lindsay Waite. I'm doing this on also a 28 count white even weave over 2. I did 141 stitches on it. And this is where I'm at with it. So I still have to finish the dark yellow in this piece right here, and then do the border, and then the top will be done. But I got this one done, and I completed this right here as well. So I just have to do the dark yellow in there, and then that'll be done. And then the border, of course. So that's where that is. It was like getting to where it started on Friday. My allergies are killing me, so it might be clearing my throat. Sorry. But, I mean, it started Friday. Yeah, it started Friday. Like, I just, you know, with my kids and trying to look at houses and stuff, we didn't get going until, I didn't get to stitching until like super late. So it was like, I couldn't quite get the milestones done, and it was like one was carrying over into the next day. I'd finish it, and then I'd start on another one. It would carry over into the next day, and it just kept doing that. Finally, I got to like, I was doing that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think maybe Monday. I can't remember exactly what day I finally was like, you know what, forget it. If I work on it, that's it. We're saying it's done. Monday or Tuesday. Monday night, I was like, nope, this is it, we're done. If I touch it, because Tuesday was when I worked on Honeymoon Sunset. I didn't get all of that one done, so it carried over into Wednesday. And then Thursday, I started working on my Heaven and Earth Sal. I couldn't get that one done, so I got to finish that, plus do my 1200 for next week. I'll explain that later. Anyway, next up is from Tiny Modernist, and this is Easter calendar. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I got 500 stitches done on it. I'm doing this on a 28 count purple even weave. I don't know the color or who dyed it. I bought it at an LNS, and they didn't give me that information. Actually, I think I got it when it was like they were having a sale or something at the LNS. And yeah, I did. It was this table of fabric that they had discounted. And I was just like kind of flipping through it, and this was one of the pieces, this fabric. And so I said, just let me buy it. So this is where I'm at. So as you saw in the picture, these 2 are done, and I started working on block, like day number 7 right here. So I have to finish the sun and the border and out and backstitch the cheeks, backstitch the face, and then that'll be done. I'm almost done with it. And then I don't know where I'll move to after that. So, but yeah, the house I'm gonna move into, so I'm renting, not buying. It's a 4-bedroom house, which means I'll have an extra bedroom because I'll be in the master, of course. My kids will each have a room, And then I'll have a 4th bedroom that I am totally gonna use as my craft room. I'm so excited. I haven't ever had one of those. Yeah, so, okay. Next up is from Cross Stitch Studio, and this is Trucks and Goldens. I'm trying to find it on the Keeper of the Patterns. Here it is. This is a snippet of a larger piece. It's 175 by 175, has 88 colors. Artwork is by Greg Giordano. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I believe this is now retired. I don't think you can get this anymore. So, I just realized I haven't been telling you what my ultimate end goals were for these pieces. It's whatever. Everything is up in the air right now. I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get done over the next few weeks while I'm getting everything moved. I'm still going to do weekly updates because I will be stitching. I just won't be stitching as much. So you might end up with some shorter videos, but that's okay. I'm doing this on a 14 count Aida with 2 strands of floss because that is what I had and it fit. So I'm doing this on a 14 count Aida. I am currently at, wait, hold on. I did 500 stitches on this, and I'm currently at 3,566 stitches done out of 30,625, and I am at 11.64% done. I wanted to get, so these are the eyeballs of one of the puppies. I wanted to try to get some of the puppy worked in because it's so cute. All right. Next up is a new start. This is from Peppermint Purple, and this is Hints of Peacock. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. It's a mixture of cross stitch and black work. I was very excited to pull this out last week. All right, I'm doing this on a 28 count. I'm doing a lot of 28 count today. 28 count white even weave over 2. And I got 500 stitches done on this. That is where I'm at with it. So mostly cross stitch and then a little bit of the black work there in the middle. Not really in the middle, over here. Some of the black work done. So I got 500 stitches done on this. Very easy pattern to follow. The only thing though was I was having a hard time kind of differentiating the colors of the black work part because I'm gonna have to show you part of this. I'll just show it like this because I couldn't tell if this and this and this were all the same color. But then I decided, you know what? We'll do that middle part with the darker teal, and we'll do the outside when I get to it in the lighter teal. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, 500 stitches on that. If I don't worry about doing 500 stitches, if I just like, oh, okay, well, if I touch it, then we're gonna say that the milestone's done, then I might actually have more projects to show because I won't stress about, I won't have to work on something for 2 days to get this stuff done. Whoopsies. Okay, last 2 projects. These are my 2 focus pieces. This first one I'm going to show you is from Heaven and Earth Designs. A couple girls were hosting a stitch along this year. It was a limited sign up. You had to sign up before the 31st. And if you get 4 pages done by you had like 10 charts to pick from. You could pick from 10 different charts to do this out. If you got 4 pages done by the end of the year, then you get all 10 of the charts that were offered to pick from. And if you finish the project by the end of the year, then you get all 10 of the charts, plus 2 free charts from Heaven and Earth Designs. So I picked a snippet from Amy Stewart's Merry Mushroom Village. This is Merry Mushroom Village Picnic 2. And that is what the whole piece will look like when it's done. I mathed it out, and doing 1,200 stitches a week, I will have the entire thing done. Part 2 was released April the 1st. So I decided to work over here. So I am currently at, from parts 1 and 2, 17,402 stitches done. I'm doing this 2/1 tent stitch on a 28 count easy count Lugana. 17,402 stitches done out of 44,315. So parts 1 and 2, I am at 39.27%. I was able to get a 0 last night on something. Was it last night? There's no pink, so it wasn't last night. I have 2 zeros right now, 3608, which is a pink, and a 581, which is green. So I think I must have got it last week. I think I got a 0 last week, not last night. But yeah. So I didn't tell you how many stitches I did. I did 600 stitches on this so far. So I still have 600 to go to finish this week's goal. And then I have to do another 1,200 to finish next week's goal. Technically, I'm still on track for this week because the week doesn't end until Saturday. Well, really, honestly, yeah, no, Saturday. I think I was counting Sunday, this Sunday to Saturday. So I still have tomorrow, technically, that I could do this and still be on track. But what I don't know if I will do all 1,800, because I did that a few weeks ago. I didn't get to it before I was able to film, so I had to do 2,400 stitches, and I did it all on a weekend. Like, I did it all on a Sunday. I might end up doing 1,800 stitches on that this weekend to get caught back up. The last piece I'm going to show you is the challenge that I am doing with Alara. I've gotten really bad about doing my description box, but if you watch me, you probably watch her. She and I are doing a challenge together. I am using, we wanted to do 25,000 stitches on a full coverage piece of our choosing. She's doing Dragons of the Sabbat by Pain Free Crafts. I am doing Honeymoon Sunset from the Cross Stitch Studio. This is what my piece looks like. Artwork is by Abraham Hunter. It is $8.69 by $6.49. It has 133 colors. I've had a couple people ask me, because I'm working all over the place on this. I kind of worked across the edge. I've done all 4 corners, and I'm just working in random spots now. I've had a few people ask me, does the confetti in that palm tree on the far left, does that get any better once you get done with that palm tree? And I'm like, no, it does not. The confetti is like no joke. But as you can see from the before photo, I was working back up in the sky again. I'll show you the whole thing in just a minute. What's happening? Here we go. I'm not using my little show and tell board for this one because it's so big. That's what she said. Okay, so I worked in this area right here. I did 1,000 stitches on it. I'm doing this 2/1 tent stitch on a 25 count easy count Lugana. So that is where I worked. And let me show you the whole thing because some people really like it and I don't mind. Oh, let me, real quick, before I show you the whole thing, I am currently at 184,273 out of 563,981. I am at 32.67%. I am predicting I will be about 34.5% done after this challenge is complete. I don't think I really talked about the rest of the challenge. I just said what pieces we were working on. So we are doing 25K in 25 weeks. We want to do 1,000 stitches a week on our respective projects in 1,000 stitches a week for 25 weeks for a total of 25,000 stitches. That is where I'm at with it so far. I've been able to stay caught up on this. It's going to be really fun to see the before and after at the end of the year, huh? I started the year at 30%. Because that was my goal last year, was to get this to 30%. So I know that I started the year at 30%, and now I'm at 32.67%. Yay! And I keep changing where I work. I was like, you know, if I would have just stuck with one spot, it would be a much more noticeable difference, but I keep changing where I'm working, depending on my mood. All right, so that's all my whips. Let's update my boards. I actually needed all 4 boards. Got my Blues Clues marker. All right. If you haven't seen my boards, I have every project I own written out on these boards. I started the year picking milestones with a large goal at the end so that I could keep working on this stuff all year long instead of working on it one time and putting it away like I did last year. However, I've had to make some adjustments, but we're still going to, we will figure it. Somebody suggested putting stickers over the filled in squares if I wanted to, if I got to the end of the squares and I wanted to keep going with it. That's a good idea. I might do stickers if I end up, if I continue to work on it. But for right now, we're just going to fill the squares in if I actually touch the project and put stitches on it. So first thing I'm going to color in is Cookie Time. If I can find it, here it is, right here. And I had different milestones for each piece. That's why some of them have a lot of squares and some of them don't. Next up is Easter Calendar, which is up here. And Hints of Peacock. Hints of Peacock up here. This is just for funsies because last year we had a lot of fun. If you didn't watch me last year, I would actually cross through them as I worked on them, and it was a lot of fun. But I only got to work on it like, you know, once or twice. So I was like, what can I do so we can do this, but I can keep working? And I came up with this. Okay, Hive Rules is right here. See, like Hive Rules only has like 4 squares, so this one I might just kind of add to it and do stickers. I don't know. Honeymoon Sunset and Mushroom Village are on a different one. Okay. Last board is Trucks and Goldens. Let's find that one on here. Here we go, Trucks and Goldens up here. My actual finish so far this year, right there. Okay. And then Honeymoon Sunset, I'm gonna cross this one off because I got it done. Merry Mushroom Village, we're gonna wait because I haven't finished it yet. So next time you see me, I do not want to fall behind on that because we all know what happened last year when I started falling behind on the big goals. They didn't get done. So I need to catch back up on that. And so next week when you see me, I should be able to cross off 2 of those squares for that one. Okay. All right, let me reset. I don't know if I bumped the table. We're going to make sure I didn't rip a hole in my shirt because it got caught on the Sterilite container. So even though I don't know how much stitching I'll actually be able to get done over the next couple of weeks, honestly, even though I don't know how much stitching I'll be able to get done, we're still going to keep everything going with picking the projects like we have been. I don't know how many I'm going to pick either. I might pick 10, I might pick 15. Who knows? It's a crazy day. Maybe we'll pick 15 to celebrate me getting that house that I wanted. All right. I already dumped my stuff back in the basket. Mixing it up because all that stuff was sitting on top. So we are still in the spring season. So I'm not normally a seasonal stitcher, but I decided to try this out because I was thinking about doing it next year. So I pulled all of my spring pieces, which was 32. And then I pulled an additional, off camera, I pulled an additional 68 to total 100 projects to pick from. And I will do that until the summertime. And then when it gets closer to the first day of summer, I will do a separate video of showing what my summer pieces will be and pulling enough to total 100 to pick from, because I have like 300 pieces. I have like over 300 whips. Okay, first up is Sweet Bee. This is from Stitchrovia. It is a whip. There we go. I bought this on Etsy. So like I said, we're gonna, right now, I may change it once I get settled, but for right now, we're gonna forego any actual numbers. I'll probably still write. So I'm not gonna stress about getting 500, but I'm still gonna write 500 on there as kind of like, just so I have something to write. Oh, I didn't, you know what, hold on, before I show you Sweet Bee, we need to update my milestones. I forgot to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's 99 plus 6? 105. 105 milestones done. I'm not even tracking how many total milestones we're at anymore. Like how many total, like 105 out of however many. I'm not even counting that right now. We're not going to stress it. It's okay. It'll be okay. So anyway, I'm still going to write 500 on my board because I do need to give myself a stopping point. So if I have a really great day or I'm speeding along with my stitching, I'm going to stop at 500 and move on to something else. But if I say only do 300, it's still going to count as a milestone done because I touched it. So anywho, so this is Sweet Bee from Stitchrovia. That's my starting point. And I'm doing this on a 28 count something. Jobelin in lamb's wool. The color is lamb's wool. 28 count over 2. That's my starting point. So we're going to pretend like I have nothing else to do. And I'm going to say, I'm going to get 500 stitches on this. Did I show you? Did I show you what it's supposed to look like? I don't think I did. That's Sweet Bee by Stitchrovia. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I don't think I showed you what it was supposed to look like. My bad. All right. These ones I did not work on. Hang on. Put these 2 back in since they're my focus pieces. And let me start adding. Here we go. Okay. Next up. Hide rules. I just showed it to you. Is this it? Nope. This is it right here. So, in case you forgot, this piece right here from Primrose Cottage Stitches. We'll see if I can actually get that border done this time. So if I can actually do the 500 stitches, I'll finish this up here, I'll get this border done, and I'll start working on this section down here. It's a really easy piece to stitch, and it's so cute. I really love it. I actually have hive rules, autumn rules, and Christmas rules. Autumn rules I have not started. Christmas rules I have. But alas, they will not be pulled out until their respective seasons. All right, get off. Alrighty, where are we at? Calendar Girls, May. Where's my Calendar Girls pieces? So here we go. I pulled out March and April last week, but I didn't work on either one of them. So this is from Little House Needleworks. I have all 12 patterns. I got them from Suki, and that is what May is going to look like. I do have her started. I'm doing this on a 32 count. Where's the piece that still has the sticker of what it is? 32 count. Ah, there it is. Legacy Lugana by Picture This Plus. Ha, I knew I had the sticker somewhere. Here we go. All right, over to, this is my starting point with her. She's headless. And I think I'm gonna keep her headless until the very end, just to annoy Alara. Because that was the first comment that she made. Not, oh, it's cute. Oh, I like your stitching. No, her first comment was, it's headless. Thanks for noticing. It's going to stay headless until the very end now. I'll even do the border on it before I do the head. All right, next up. Cuddly Bear Quilt. It's a very old whip. I kind of don't want to pull the piece out to show you because it's such a pain in the ass to put it back in the bag. I need a bigger bag for it. This is a super old baby quilt from Sunset from like 1776. It's a stamped blanket. I don't mind the stamped when it's like this. And I'm not going to do like a close-up. I'm just going to, well, I'll do it like this. Is this the right direction? Nope. Here we go. So you can see it. Hopefully in my new place I'll have better lights, but this is, I can't even see through the blanket. God, let's do it like this. Here we go. So I have the bear's head like almost done. The blanket hit my mouth and I had a brief moment of, oh shit, I think I got some of my lip gloss on the blanket. Oh well. This thing's older than some of my viewers, so it's okay. I don't care. I'm just doing it to do it because I have it. So that's where I'm at with that. And it's kind of like in the wording at the top, so you can't really see the lip gloss, so it's okay. It's light pink. All right, let me shove this back in the bag. Bear with me. All right, next. Oh, let's talk stitching. This is from Hands On Design. It is now a whip. Was a new start, but I started it. I am doing this. Oh my goodness. It was a long day at work. I'm doing this on a 16 count black Aida. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. Isn't that cute? That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And that is, there we go. That is my starting point. This is not all the fabric. It's folded up, and I'm not unfolding it to show you a bunch of black fabric. But that's my starting point for this one. It's super easy to stitch up. Like, it's very easy to read chart. It's very simple, like it's not complicated. I quite enjoy it. Okay. Next up is the sewing desk. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs. I pulled it last week. I was like, wait a minute, it's not in there. I pulled it last week and I did not work on it. Artwork is by Amy Stewart. I have regular size, regular color. It is 525 by 375. It has 87 colors. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I am starting this week with 4.51% complete. I am doing it 2/1 10th stitch on a 25 count easy count Lugana, and I did a center start for some reason. It's on gridded fabric. I did not need to start in the center, but I did. So we'll see where I work at. It's up in the air. Who knows? Who knows where I'll go? All right, next up. Oh, Map of America. This will be a new start. It's a kit from Artiste. I will be using whatever comes in the kit. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. All those dots are French knots, and I'm having serious doubts if I'm going to do the French knots or if I'll just get some beads and bead it. That's for future Jen to decide. This will be a new start. I have not started it yet. So I'll be doing it on like an ivory Aida. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do the French knots or if I'll bead. I don't know yet. I don't need to worry about it right now. All right. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Oh, another new start. This is Taco Time. Cute little kit I picked up at Hobby Lobby. My mommy got it for me. Isn't that adorable? Oh, my friend Brandy actually stitched this up, and it is just the cutest thing ever. I love it. Super cute. The taco shaking the maracas. Okay, that's number 8. Okay. Oh, I don't know what happened to, there's 2 pieces I have that I don't know what happened to their little papers, so I just hand wrote them. Home Sweet Home. This is another kit that'll be a new start. It's from Design Works. I'm going to use whatever comes in the kit. It'll be a black Ada, and that is what it's going to look like when it's done. Because it's a kit and they're notorious for not giving you the greatest number of, greatest amount of border, I will, sorry, it was a long day at work. I will likely start this in the middle, which will be nice to get the pinks, because if I am looking at it right, I should start somewhere right around here. Spring in the Village. This will be a whip. Hi, Gracie. This is from Stony Creek Collection. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm doing this on a 28 count Jobelin? Even weave? I don't know. Some kind of even weave. Jobelin, maybe in the color Bone. That's my starting point. I'm doing it over 2. That is my starting point for that. Okay. Next. Mermaids of the Sea. This will be a new start for me. This is the Sal from Bella Filipina and Fiber on a Whim. I had to think about who it was. And I did not start it last year when everybody else was doing it, but I did buy the stuff. So I do not have the specialty floss for it, but I did get the bead pack, and I bought the fabric, the called for fabric. So this will be a, probably hopefully you know what it looked like. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm doing it on 28 count Lugana in the color Singing in the Rain. So actually it'll look like that. That's the fabric I'm going to do it on. I don't have the specialty floss though. I need to get it. So I got to see what I need for it and order it. I know it needs Kreinik. I might try to see if I can like map out where the 4 pieces or 4 ladies go and just work on the DMC part. So it has like, I don't know, 5,000 DMC colors. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Number 12. We'll do 15. Like I said, to celebrate me getting that house. Okay, Stitch Fairy. That is over here. There it is. This is from Brooks Books. I'm doing this on a, it is a whip now. I'm doing it on a 28 count opalescent even weave, white opalescent even weave. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is my starting point. I don't have the Kreinik for this one either, so I'm just doing the DMC in it so far. That's the S in the word trust. It says all you need is faith, trust, and a little stitchy dust. So That was my starting point right there. Number 13. Spring at Hawk Run Hollow. So it'll be a new start. It's my first Hawk Run Hollow piece. Hopefully I actually get to start it. I will be doing this on, a piece of fabric from Mystic Fabrics. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Hey, Gracie, don't start bathing yourself back there. That's what it's going to look like when it's done, but I might try to actually map this out so it goes more squat rather than a line like that. Or I'll see how much space it takes up. But I'm doing this on a fabric of the month from March of last year from Mystic Fabrics called Time Worn. It's a 20 count Aida. Let me hold it up like that. 20 count Aida in the color Time Worn. It'll look really good on that. I'm excited. I want to say all the squares from what I remember hearing from other Flosstubers are like 92 by 92, so I might be able to get it so it like goes into more of a square rather than a long rectangle. Was that, how many was that? I like shadows. It's dark. What? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2 more. I couldn't remember if that was number 13 or 14. Oh, bless this nest. This is a really old kit that I've had. It's a small kit. Is this it? No. Where is it? Where it be? Now I'm getting in the sea, so it's not there. Here. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? There we go. This is from Bucilla. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this was my first full coverage piece. I don't know why I'm using quotations because it is technically a full coverage. It's just so freaking tiny. When people hear full coverage, they think giant projects. And that's, I mean, but it's technically a full coverage because every stitch is stitched. But that's my starting point for that one. I'm just using, I'm using whatever came in the kit. Last one. I hope it's a good one. I do this every time. I'm like, ooh, I hope it's a good one. I hope it's not something boring or that I'm gonna roll my eyes at. And every time I say that, it's something boring and I roll my eyes at it. But I hope it's a good one. Oh, Birdhouse Gardens. That is a good one. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artworks by Ciro Marchetti. It is 600 by 420. It has 90 colors. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And let me show you my starting point. I'm doing this on a 28 count easy count Ada with 2 strands of floss. Upper left hand corner start. That's where I'm at. Oh, that looks so good. Man, I am currently at 2%. Man, that looks good, huh? Oh, I like that. Okay. So there's 15 projects plus my 2 focus pieces. I don't think I'm going to do focus pieces next year. As much as I enjoy having like a lot of progress on my full coverage pieces, it's a little stressful being like, oh God, I have to work on this piece and get 1,000 stitches on it. That's a little stressful. So I don't know if I'm going to actually have focus pieces next year. I might just say screw it and just like, you know, do what I'm doing now, just pulling projects. I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get done over the next week. I don't have the kids, but I do have to pack a lot. A lot. I likely won't move into my place until May the 1st, so I do have some time, but I don't want to be scrambling at the last minute to pack stuff up and be packing as the movers are moving stuff out. So we'll have to play it by ear. I have a lot of stuff to pick from, and like I said, we're going to forego the numbers. But if I have like some of these projects, I can throw 500 stitches on them in just a couple hours if they're super easy with like minimal color changes. So I'm going to say 500 on my board as a stopping point. But I'm not going to stress about getting to 500. If I only get like a few hundred stitches on a piece and I have to call it a night, that's okay. But I'm still going to try to stay caught up on the 2 focus pieces. I will be filming it, and I'm going to hold off on the Stitch With Me's for now until I get settled and in my new place. And then I'll try to start resuming those. But yeah, I'm super excited. Like, you don't even know. Fresh new place. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me, so it's okay. The funny thing though is, like, I don't know how other houses are in other, almost said worlds, in other countries, but we were touring the house, and you know, I have to get a washer and dryer, which is fine. It's kind of annoying because I'm a renter, but it's fine. It's whatever. Because fingers crossed I won't have to like go back to, you won't hear these stupid little shits upstairs tub thumping all over my ceiling. Did you hear that? I think that we might take a moment of silence for my first floss tube in the new place and just be like, silence. But anyway, I seriously doubt I would be going back to an apartment, but after I've, you know, I'm living in this house, but you know, it's whatever. But normally places come with all the kitchen appliances. And we were looking at the house, and my 11-year-old was like looking around the kitchen and goes, where's the microwave? Most places have a microwave above the stove. This is how it is down here in Florida. Most places have a microwave with a vent fan underneath it, and it's above the stove. And this one doesn't have that. It doesn't even have a microwave on the counter. There's no microwave. It has a stove with the vent hood and an oven. It has a stove oven, because I know some people have that separate, and a dishwasher and a fridge and freezer. And there's no microwave in it. I'm like, what? That's so weird. But that's okay. Microwaves are cheap, so it's fine. But yeah, I've got to make a list of things I have to get, because I have to get, I want to get new beds for my boys, because right now they are both sleeping in twin size beds, which you think, that's plenty. They have beds, it's fine. My 13-year-old is, my kids are big. My 13-year-old is 5'9", almost 5'10", if not already 5'10", 200 something pounds. I mean, he's like my kids are a little overweight, but they're also solid. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times my poor baby has fallen out of bed because he is like right on the edge, and he goes, because when he sleeps, most of the time I go in and out, I like yell up and wake up in the morning for school, right? But even on the weekends, like when I just kind of peek in his room to make sure he's still breathing, he sleeps with his back to the room, so he's like facing the wall. And because his bed is so small, somehow he ends up on the edge of his bed. And so sometimes when he wakes up, if he doesn't realize what house he's in, because he has a bigger bed at his dad's house, he doesn't realize what house he's in, he'll roll over and land on the floor. The poor kid. So he needs a bigger one. Oh. So my top of the list will be to get like a recliner of some sort for the living room, because all three of us do fit on this couch. This is the only furniture I have for sitting in this room. All three of us do fit, but we have to sit up. There's no like lounging and relaxing. So I'm gonna get at least another chair to go in the living room, which will be my stitching chair, and the boys can find it over the couch. And I want to get the boys bigger beds, and I have to get a microwave. That's actually going to be the top of the list, will be the microwave. First thing, microwave. I don't care what anyone else wants. And like my kids are like, just get a toaster oven. It does the same thing as a microwave. On what planet? A toaster oven does not re-warm my leftovers in a minute and a half. You can't heat soup up in 90 seconds in a toaster oven. So anyway, but yeah, I've got to make a list of things I need to buy, and I'm super excited to set up my new little crafty room. I've never had a craft room before, so I'm very excited about it. I will kind of like do a little, I have to be settled in though. But I'll kind of give you like a little, because I know people love that stuff of my crafty space once it's set up. I think that's it. That's all I have to share. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. And if you like what you had to see and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. I have been posting every week lately. And yeah, so take care, happy stitching, get a lot of stitches in, because I probably won't. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.